Hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to go over one of the most highly requested videos for this channel. What we'll be doing today is flexibility or stretching for beginners. So I'll be working on things like loosening muscles, the pre-workout. So to begin, I just want to let you guys know that some of the exercises in this video will have to do with a yoga block. I have different leveled straps, and then I have my booty band, which is just a circle band. So to begin, this is not going to be like a totally normal yoga class. We're not going to go to Shavasana and all that stuff. We're going to start with just some basic stretches, some things to get your body warmed up, and things that will help you loosen muscles and kind of relax into deeper stretches. So to begin class today, we are still going to take our shoulders back, spine straight, and take a deep inhale through the nose, and let it all out the mouth. Another inhale through the nose, and out the mouth. On the next inhale, we're going to bring our arms back, and then we're just going to cross that right hand over that left side, holding for an inhale. On that exhale, swinging both arms back, and then just doing the same thing on the opposite, crossing that right over to the left. Bringing our arms back, taking the palm of your right hand, bringing it to the center of your back, and pulling in a little bit for an inhale. On the exhale, both arms up, and then just switching sides. Inhaling, arms back up, and then down to the sides. Just beginning with some wrist stretches. The same as any normal yoga class. We'll just reverse our wrists, putting a little bit of pressure, and then maybe reversing them so the tops of our hands are on the mat. If you'd like to do it sitting up, and then just roll them out. Next up, we're going to go ahead and bring ourselves out into a wide straddle. Doesn't have to be anything super crazy. Inhaling our palms flat on the mat, shoulders back, taking a deep inhale here. And on that exhale, we're going to stretch over towards that right side. Holding for an inhale, and releasing up on that exhale, stretching on over, holding for that inhale, releasing up on that exhale. So if that is a difficult stretch for you, here is a couple ways in which we're going to be able to make that stretch a little bit easier. First way is to bring your knee in. Take your palm of your hand and wrap it over or around the foot, however it feels most comfortable to you, and just slowly walk it out as far as it can go where your hand is still touching the foot. So until you can't go any further. If that's still difficult for you, take either the booty band or just a normal band. I'll use the light one for this. Wrap it around your foot. If you don't have a band, you can use anything from a shoelace to any type of string or something that'll give a little bit of pull but isn't super, super strong. So you can take it and allow this band to be an extension of your body. Sometimes the arms don't want to extend, so you're going to want to bring your body down with it. And you should still feel it in your calf and in the back of your thighs. You should maybe feel it on the side body. So it's definitely one way, and obviously you can do that on both legs. It's just using this as an extension, maybe bringing the arms and the elbows down to the mat to feel it a little more in the back of your legs or on that opposite side body. So that's definitely one way in which you can take those straddle stretches to the next level. Another one that's difficult for a lot of people and something that is really useful in stretching and in yoga as a whole. You definitely want to be able to do that pike stretch where you literally just bring your hands up and over. So bringing yourself onto your mat or onto the ground, Flattening out and straightening that spine. You're going to take a deep inhale, arms to the side. Inhaling, arms up, and then falling forward. Holding for that inhale, maybe staying for that exhale. On the next inhale, walking ourselves back up. Again, I know that can be a super tricky one for people, so the same thing applies for this type of stretch. If you'd like to tuck your hands and walk yourself forward as far as they'd like to go, maybe your hands can go all the way, but you don't have that back straightening over and flattening onto the legs, so you can take that micro bend in those knees where it lifts off the mat just a little bit, and then slowly lower it down over time to bring yourself into that complete flat back. Another thing is you can always round that spine. It doesn't always have to be that straight spine flat over. And just like the last stretch, taking that band or that rope or whatever, maybe it's a rolled up towel, whatever it is, wrapping it around the feet, pulling back, and then letting it pull you forward. You should be able to feel some tension and some stretching, but that doesn't mean you should feel any true discomfort or pain. So from taking these basic stretches, we are going to bring ourselves in to the butterfly, the bow, whatever you want to call it. Knees can be up a little higher or they can be flattened down, whatever's most comfortable for you. Spine straight, shoulders rolled back, taking a deep inhale here. And on that exhale, just slowly walking your hands forward, allowing your spine to roll a little bit, and just releasing yourself down onto the mat. Taking that deep inhale, and exhaling it all out. On the next inhale, go ahead and slowly walk yourself up, and straighten that spine again. Walking yourself back down and walking it back up slowly, you will be able to round the spine a little bit more and bring yourself a little bit closer to the ground. Unfortunately, there's not really a good way to use bands in this one because you're not going to attach it to your head and your feet and slam yourself down into this pose. But you're going to want to slowly walk yourself down, maybe starting with just forearms on the ground, then extending the head a little further. Again, there can be a little bit of tension there, but it doesn't mean there shouldn't be discomfort. Walking our legs back out, a good way to realign is keeping those legs bent a little bit as much as you want, really, and just folding over, allowing that spine to round, releasing all the energy. Just let your body fall. Taking a deep inhale here, and exhale it all out. Deep inhale here, and exhale it all out. Releasing yourself back up onto the mat. This time, we're going to go ahead and square off into that tabletop position as if we were doing regular yoga. In stretching, a lot of the time, doing cat and cow can release tension that's built up in that spine. So we have done a lot of rounding. So maybe cow is what your body needs right now, where you bring the stomach down towards the mat, bring the crown of the head upward, bring our gaze up, and then slowly switch. Even in stretching, it's as important in yoga as it is in stretching for that breathing and allowing those inhales and exhales to really guide your practice. Really inhaling into a stretch, exhaling to deepen it. From here, I am going to say one of the most comfortable stretches to me that I feel like really does the most work is the pigeon stretch. So starting by bringing one foot forward, draping it over the front, and releasing that back leg flat onto the mat. Using this block, you can use it to support underneath your butt. You can also not use the block and release yourself down onto the mat. Forearms down, maybe bring the head down, flatten out the body. Really holding in this stretch, letting it stretch out in the hip flexor. Taking a deep inhale here. And slowly on that exhale, walking our hands up and bringing that front leg back. Always using maybe that child's pose as a realignment in the hips or a realignment wherever you're stretching. Maybe taking your hands at those hip bones, allowing yourself to feel that fold. And then when you rise back up, switching out to even things. So bending into that front leg and bringing that back leg down. Releasing flat back onto that mat. Again, you can always use that block or keep your chest up. You can stay with your arms out in front of you. Whatever is most comfortable, slowly being able to find your way down will give you the most of a stretch. Taking a deep inhale here. And exhaling it all out. Whenever you're ready, slowly bringing that back up. And then bringing that front leg to the back. Again, maybe doing a wide legged in the front. Child's pose, keeping those elbows on the mat. Letting those shoulders kind of open in the back. Bringing our gaze into our fingertips, we're going to do another hip stretch. To really work our way into those hips is bringing yourself into that low lunge and allowing that knee to stay on the mat, but kind of moving forward using those hip bones and that core to really move forward and backward, making sure that front knee never passes the front big toe. Again, as in yoga, you can bring your hands to heart center. You can place your hand on your knee. You can feel the crease of the bone in the hip, kind of flexing. Maybe staying in that low lunge and allowing yourself to hold here, really feeling that stretch. These ones really help if you're trying to get into the splits or work on anything that has to do with a down dog or another version of our lunges. And as always, whenever you're done, you can come back to a child's pose, or you can just switch it out onto that other leg. So finding a good alignment, and then go ahead and do the same thing on the other side, allowing for those hip bones and the hip joints to really get to flex. Allowing yourself that hold where you can really feel the tension, and then releasing. Another version of this is bringing your hands onto the mat and really allowing the weight of the top half of your body to guide that hip. And then bringing that back to the back of the mat, reversing that child's pose into rock, letting your shoulders relax. Maybe bringing the forehead to the mat, letting the body droop. Bringing those hands to the sides and walking back up. Working into those calf muscles in the back of the legs. We're going to bring ourselves into a down dog. So placing your hands in the front, feet in the back. Allowing yourself to walk out your dog. Bending the knees, tiptoes, and just allowing yourself to really fall forward. The goal is to really dig those feet into the back of the mat. Allow those arms straight overhead. And just to be able to release into this in a comfortable stance. You should really feel it in the back of your legs and maybe a little bit in the arms. Letting this stretch kind of sink. Letting your body relax. If you ever need to reset, you can just bring yourself into that high plank. That then leads you back into this just to release and then re-engage those muscles. Release and re-engage. One more time, we're going to release a little bit. And then we're going to engage. And whenever you're ready, we're just going to drop those legs and bring ourselves back into the seated position. Allowing our body to fall over to one side. Crossing one foot forward, placing the other one up. So in my case, I have the left leg down, right leg up. And then twisting over that side and allowing the body and the core to really twist. Taking a deep inhale here. And then releasing. Switching out those legs, flattening out that right foot, lifting up on the left. And twisting to this side. Allowing for that inhale. And then releasing on that exhale. Bringing ourselves forward. Another stretch that can be really useful and helpful to the back is allowing to bring yourself into plow pose. So we're going to go ahead and lay back. Adjust yourself into a comfortable position. Again, you can use a blanket on the mat. Bring both feet up. Flexing and pointing. Really just rolling out those ankles. And preparing for plow pose. What I normally do is bring my hands behind and then release my feet up into the air. Allowing them to fall down. And so I'm not falling out of the camera. I'm going to bring myself just a little lower on the mat. Releasing back up into that plow pose and allowing it to fall down next to me or flatten it out. Really using that core, not that back. Maybe lifting one leg up. Switching it out. Bringing both legs up and releasing back down, squeezing in to that little ball. And releasing onto the mat. Bringing yourself back to a comfortable position. To end our beginning stretches, we're going to go ahead and bring both feet flat on the mat, allowing that right leg to stay, lifting up on that left leg and crossing it over. Pulling in, squeezing in a little tighter, maybe bring it closer to the chest, and then releasing back down. Just switching it out, placing that left leg down, right leg crossed over and pulling in. Holding in and maybe pulling a little closer to the chest. Should really feel this one in the back of the thighs. And then releasing back down onto the mat. Allowing maybe yourself into that happy baby, grabbing with your peace fingers, pulling in and rocking. Stretch out if you'd like. And then squeezing back in, pulling in towards. And then releasing your legs back down onto the mat. Rolling yourself back up. And allowing yourself to go through any of these stretches as much as you feel comfortable. Thank you guys so much for coming and joining me for this beginner's flexibility. If you guys have any more requests, make sure to let me know, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much, and namaste.